Hi there, I'm the LadyofNemesis and welcome back to my last play of Neverwinter 2. Last time we traveled to West Harbor one last time, this time in order to repair our silver sword. Traveling to West Harbor was dangerous however, and the minions of the King of Shadows were waiting for us. One of the Shadow Reavers mocked us that even though we might have the sword, that it was futile to defeat his master. Upon returning to Crossroad Keep, we learned that Highcliffe had fallen to the force of the King of Shadows, and that Commander Callum of Old Well was in grave danger. Though we rushed to try and save him and his men, it was not meant to be. We now face our toughest challenge yet.
Some way I can help? Oh my word! Yes, I can! Let me see what I can do with this. I recited the words, made some adjustments. He seems more powerful somehow.
Yeah? Something you need? Actually, you gave it to him, not me. But it's just an old skinning knife. At least I think so. It's not worth much that I can tell, but I guess beggars will take anything they can get their hands on for a few coppers. It is easily concealable. If the kid needed to carry it to defend himself, or if he was attacked by a pelt golem, I guess he could skin it. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but it's not likely. It's just mine. Well, I got it in my home village, from one of the trappers who helped be my mentor, though that's a loose definition. He gave it to me one night while he was drunk and told me to defend myself with it. So I stabbed him in the leg and made a run for it. Took him 3 days to track me down, and after that, well, we reached an agreement. After that, I kept it and used it to help him skin items. Used to hunt bears, wolves, and even creatures along the mare. I mostly learned how to track and hunt just from going hungry most of the time, and trying to stay away from my home village as much as possible. Coming from West Harbor, maybe you can sympathize. Seems to me you bolted out of there as fast as you could. Sorry to hear it. Sounds like it was already dragging you down into the marsh. Sounds to me like it was time to move on. The same feeling hit me one day, and then there was no going back ever. Something you should know. Growing up in West Harbor was probably a dream compared to other backwater villagers that are scraping by for a living. And whatever you learned there made you tough enough to face the world outside. You should count yourself lucky. Because for every West Harbor that spawns a hero, there's one that makes 100 brigands, killers, and cowards. And then there's me. Who knows what I would have been? Not me. But I've got you to show me what could have been. I'm done with this talk. Was there something else you wanted, or can I go back to what I was doing? Go ahead, but don't expect any answers. Don't know, really. If he's deep in the mare, that wouldn't be a problem. But with the claimed lands in the way, not much can be done. Yeah, I have. I mean, some of his more fragile servants would have had to have visited him at some point, right? So there must be a way. Like your friend Garius, for example, before he became the great darkness that we all hate and love. He must have had some way of reaching his master, right? Well, if there's another way, it'd be worth finding out. The King of Shadows may even end up revealing it, if he needs to get someone there bad enough. Bears thinking about. Just got to make sure it's worth the risk to him.
What is it you want, lass?
I have a visitor here for you, Captain, with an interesting proposition.
I am the leader of the Raven's allies. We are mercenaries from Westgate. Our contracts have brought us from the Sea of Fallen Stars to here. We'd like to join your Grey Cloaks.
These mercenaries are better than some I've seen, but they're still undisciplined and not used to rules or dealing with people. It could hurt us if we accept them. Although the Ravens are hardened warriors, our standards are even higher. We look only for the best, and some of them aren't.
Then we will leave. Who knows? Perhaps we will see each other across a battlefield one day.
Yes? Very well. What answers do you seek?
The merchant trade along the roads is growing. We've attracted the attention of several merchant costers. 3 of them want to set up a caravan outpost in our keep. Each of them says it's vital if we wish trade to expand. They are the Forgotten Lords, the Circle of Friends, and the Faded Winds. I know nothing about them. This matter is urgent, and I fear we will insult each of them if we don't respond promptly. Whose offer should we accept? You have? Your knowledge never ceases to amaze. Who will we side with, then? I will send them your reply, Captain.
Is there something you need?
It is as if all the dead of the mare walk, my lord. There are miles of them.
Then we shall make a road of their bodies. The enemy comes! They are men who have died once, and they will die again! We are more than their match. They know nothing of courage, of honor. They have no loved ones they fight for. And that is why they will fall before our swords, our spears, for the gods are with us. Brothers, sisters all, standing side by side against death. Know that all of Neverwinter stands behind you. Let us remind them of death and send them back to the hells. To battle! The Nine! To me!
Lord Nasher! Let us fight to him. See if we can rescue him. The Nine, to me! Men of Neverwinter, Lord Nasher is wounded. Everyone to Crossroad Keep. We will make our last stand there.
Oh, there you are. Pardon me, but I was wondering if you happened to see Jero about? I had some questions for him regarding the King of Shadows, and he seems to be rather elusive.
Looking for Jero? Old Tattoo Face left the keep a while ago. Thought you'd finally told him to shove off, Captain. If he's gone, so what? I can track him if you want. Personally, I think we should let him go or kill him. But that's just my copper on the matter.
Come to sift through the ashes, Jero.
Corroborus.
I stayed my hand until you could see this ruin for yourself. This pain is something that I cannot inflict upon you in Beator. Here is where she played in her youth. There is where she slept. And in your sanctuary is where her body now lies, grave and tomb.
If you have come for retribution, you are a fool.
That you would think I would allow you to remain unpunished for my imprisonment, that is foolish. Perhaps in your cowardly burrow you commanded power, but not here.
You should have enjoyed your freedom while you could. You know I'm more than a match for you.
Your skill in the craft is sufficient to give me pause. True, but I have learned from my mistakes while you are still making them, I think.
What are you doing here?
This one was present at her death as well. Ah, all loose ends tied together at once. I thank you for these gifts, Amon. You will have company as you burn in the hells.
Take that!
I don't recall asking you to come with me. I won't bother asking how you knew I was here. You always seem to be underfoot, interfering with everything. If I needed your help to visit this ruin, I would have asked. But I was able to find my own way here. If I wanted to waste time trading words with you, I would have remained at the keep. That is not why I am here. You're mistaken, of course. No, there is something I placed here long ago that may be of use in our war now. Is it all it means to me? Yes. I never knew this place. Never knew my niece until you brought her to me. So should I feel something as I look at this place? I think not. It is a burnt ruin, and I've seen many of these strewn with corpses. Some caused by me, but many more caused by the King of Shadows. So it affects me little. That is because I know there will be hundreds, thousands, countless more unless the King of Shadows is stopped. And he must be stopped if people are to live. Ah, and so you pass judgment on me yet again. Do you realize how you sound, or are you deaf to it? As you condemn my actions, perhaps you should ask yourself how well you knew her. Really knew her. Indeed. Because from all that I have heard, you are constantly placing her in danger, and you knew very little about her at all. So your preaching is not only irritating me, it is a hypocrisy I commonly observe in the Neverwinter nobility, Captain. Very well, I am listening. That was a great deal more than I thought. She could have remained here and been safe, but yet she followed you. Why? Still, despite what you have said, she is still the reason why I have to fight this war. Because no one else has the strength to do it, or is willing to make the choices that I can. I did what I had to do, always. They were hard decisions, but they had to be made by someone. And if no one would do it, I would. And before you judge me for my crimes, perhaps you should look back. The trail of dead behind you is long indeed, hero of Neverwinter. Ask yourself truly, if everything you have done has been done because you believe it was right. And then ask yourself if, because of it, the innocent have suffered. Yet your actions? Would you change them if you had to do them over? I did what I had to do, always. Always. The King of Shadows must be stopped. There is no middle ground in this. To save Neverwinter, of course. They didn't move fast enough, see the threat for what it was, so I acted. You're right. I won't argue it with you anymore. I will not condemn all I have done, but there are times I have acted rashly, and innocents have paid the price. It is pride, and it is arrogance. And I do wish I had known Chandra, even for a short while. I had thought her lost in the war, you know. And in the end, she was. I am sorry, Chandra. Wherever you walk now, forgive me. It seems the land has answered me. This looks to be a pendant of some sort. No, I have found what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
I concur.
Come with me. Come with me.